Shall we begin?
Let's begin now.
Hi everybody, it's Doreen, and I'm back today with my first haul of the year. As I said last year that I was going to try and not go into the craft stores, use up some of the supplies that I have already, and I wasn't going to purchase anything as far as crafts related besides Erica until March. And I made it through up until March and actually into April. But this weekend I planned going to a Scrapbooking Expo that came to my city, and this is the first time this particular Scrap Expo has been here in the past, I would say, 10 years. Now there is also something called the Rubber Stamp Show, which is going to be next month, but I won't be going to that one because I picked up some really good deals this month at this Scrapbooking Expo, and I think I don't need to get anything for a while. So I'm going to get started because it's quite a bit. But the first thing I want to talk about is this year is the first time that I decided to sign up for a workshop. And the workshop was called Flowers in an Hour, and it was put on by the Rubber Cafe. And Melissa was the instructor, and she is also the owner of the company. And I have to say, I had a really good time in this class, and I got some really good ideas on making some flowers to basically look like those Prima flowers at half the cost. So this was my first time doing this, so my flowers aren't, that great, but I will be getting better at it. So you got a kit, like I said, and with the kit came the instructions on how to make the flowers. And what came in your kit was some lace trim that looks like this. And what we made out of this lace trim was this flower. So now I'm not going to take this off of this paper because what we used to make the flower was the Rubber Cafe's glue, which is called the Scrap Happy Sheer Glue. And I have to say, I bought this glue at a rubber stamp show last year, and I hadn't used it. So when she showed us basically what we can do with the glue, I thought this is going to be great because now I can make the flowers that I like to wear in my hair, and I can put flowers on using lace trim on my cards and my mini albums. So also what came in the kit, you got the one and only tape is what it's called, and it's actually just the 1/8 inch of the double-sided tape that you can tear. It's kind of like score tape. And then you got what is called a Stamper's Big Brush Pen. And you can take this pen and ink your rubber stamp, or as we did in class, we used the markers to actually paint on our die cuts. So now we didn't get a chance to finish this one in class, but it's supposed to be a rose. And she said we could use these pens to do that. So the other thing that we made in the class was this flower. And as I said, this is my first time doing it, so it didn't come out the way I wanted. But she showed us a technique where we could use watercolor pencils and color in your flower, and then go ahead, and if you wanted to, you could add some puffy paint. And then also we took some tulle and cut that into a circle, and then heat set it just a little bit with the heat gun. And I'll show you another flower that we did with just the tulle itself. And forgive me for this glare, but it ended up being like this. And we just took and cut up some circles, and they don't have to be the exact size. If you want to use your die cut, you can, but we just took them and folded the tulle, which we also got in the class, and it looks like this. We just took that and folded it together to make several circles, and then you just take a brad, stick that in the middle, and then take your heat gun and just go along like that, slowly with the heat gun. And you end up with this. So one of the other flowers we made in the class is those lollipop flowers, or those prima lollipop flowers. And we also took some watercolor paper and wet it, and then we used the gelato pens and just colored them in. And yep, you know it, I did mine in purple. And she didn't have any other shades of purple, so I had to go with what we got, and that was red. But I still got my purple in there. And then we just put that together. So, and then the last one that we made, and this is the one I said I'm going to have to practice with that. We took some parchment paper and the glue and just made a circle of the glue and let that dry. But she already had it already set for us. It kind of looks like this. And then you just start taking some satin ribbon or any type of material, and you just begin to go around in a circle and just keep going and going in a circle until you come up with your flat flower. And that was my first time, so I'm going to get better at that. And I might even do a demo of one once I get a little better at it. So that was the workshop. So now what I'm going to do is start pulling out everything that I purchased at the hall or at the show itself. And also I won in the class, because there was a giveaway, I won some of the candy colors, these two colors, and then another big brush pen. So that was from the workshop. So now let's get started with the actual haul. And I'm going to start with, and this is in no order because I was going to several different booths, so I don't remember where I went first and where I went last. But the name of this booth that I got everything from is called the Tall Mouse Crafts and Fabric. And I'll put their website I'll put all of the websites at the end of the video for each of the vendors. But no, I didn't purchase this. They gave me because I had purchased over $20. You got a free bag, so I picked that bag. And then I went back a second time to the same booth and purchased some more stuff, and they gave me this bag. So now, what did I get from there? I got some of this mesh in these colors. I have the green and a hot pink and a brown and, of course, purple, and then a blue. And what they had done with this was they took this and die cutted it with a different die cut image. So, and as you can see, it does flake off because it is glittery. But I like that shine, and I love that bling look. Then the other thing was mesh. Now, I had been seeing mesh online everywhere, but could not find it anywhere at any store in my city. No one was carrying it. So when I saw it at the show, I started grabbing the colors. And the fact that they were 3 for $5, I got as many as I could. So I've gotten that color. I got this light blue. And then I really liked this version here. So I bought 2 of those. And then I bought a solid black one. So I'm going to be using those I don't know how I'm going to use them yet, but I will be using them because I have been wanting some of that. I didn't want to get it online. So, of course, I had to get me some more lanyards that are bling. They had these at that booth. So I didn't have a light blue one, and I didn't have a brown one, so I grabbed that one. And then I have a clear one, but it's starting to lose some of the stones on it, so I got another clear one. So I got those. And then they had these flowers. I'm going to take them out the pack. And they look like this. And I got white because what I plan to do is I can just go ahead and color them whatever color I want. So I got several of those, and they're 2 1/4 inches wide, and there's 12 in the pack for $2. And then I got the next size down, which is 1 3/8, and they are this size, and they are also white so that I can glimmer mist or do whatever color I want to make them. And those were $1.50. So there's more from there. I then went ahead and got these little butterflies. They're 1 inches, and I got those in white as well because I wanted to just go ahead. And I was buying a lot of things in white because I decided I can get the white and then just color it whatever color I want to make it. So they look like this, and you get 12 of those, and they were $1.50 each. So I think that was a good deal. And then I got these little white flowers, beaded flowers. I had made some of these already, but they come in a little cluster like that. And I got the clear, because once again, if I want to, I can color them. And you get a total of 12 for $1.50. So you gotta admit, that was a good deal. So let's move on to the next vendor. I'm going to put this all away. And I'm going to get out the next vendor. And this vendor, the company is called Scrap Mart. And what I got from there was some stamps and some spellbinder dies. They had buy 3, get 1 free. So I went ahead and did that. So this is what I got. This is the new, it's called Shapeabilities, where you can cut, fold, and tuck. I had seen these online, and I thought since they were at the show and it was buy 3, get 1 free, I'd go ahead and purchase that. So that's what they look like, and I'll turn it over. It looks like this, and I will be making one of these and doing a video on how to use these. And then I grabbed this border, or it's called Floral Doily Accent. And they look like this, like so. Because I made a promise to myself this year that I was going to try and do more with my Spellbinders dies, my Cuttlebug dies, and my Sizzix dies, rather than always using the Cricut. And of course, I'll be using Erica, my Cameo, this year as well. So here's another. This is called Lattice Accents. And this was, it looks like this. And now, they weren't necessarily a good deal price-wise, but the fact that you could buy 3 and get 1 free. And I haven't been able to find these at my local Joann's and Michael's. The only way I would be able to get them would be online, and since the show was there, why not get it at the show and not have to pay for the shipping and handling? And then the last one I have is, these are called Edgeabilities, and they're interchangeable, so you can mix and match them like that. And then I grabbed this stamp set that looks like this. And I'm sorry for this glare. I don't want to take everything out of the package because the video would be too long. And you'll be wondering, why is she still talking? So basically, this stamp set looks like this. And it looks like that on the other side. So, and then in the clearance bin, they had this stamp set that says Cherished Moment Love Story, and it's a little frame, and then another stamp set that is some flowers and a floral design. And that was in the clearance bin. Okay, so now let's move on to the next vendor. So I'm going to pull up my rolling cart because that's where I have all my stuff that I purchased. So my next vendor is called Mon Ami Gabby. And as I said before, I'll put the link to the web address at the end of the video. But what I purchased from her was some more of the mesh. And her mesh was 18 inches. The mesh from the other vendor was only 12 inches. So I have these colors right here. And then I also purchased, which is also 18 inches, of these rose trim. And what I plan to do with this is the same thing. I plan on glimmer misting it, whatever color I want. And then I have these little charms that look like this. I purchased those and some more twill that I want to use to make some more of those flowers. And that's kind of a leopard print. And then she had these little buckles that I thought would look cute on a card with some ribbon. So I got the square and then I got the circle. And then she had some of the bling trim in a strip. And she only had the two colors, so I got the black and then I got the white. So that's what I had from Mona Ami Gabby. I hope I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. So let's go on and pull up our next one. And this vendor is Sparkle and Sprinkle. Now I heard about Sparkle and Sprinkle from another YouTuber. I can't think of her name offhand, but I watched her videos and she does a lot using the Sparkle and Sprinkle glitter and embossing powder. So they were running a show special, buy 10 get the 11th free. So I bought some embossing powder and I bought some glitter. And with the embossing powder and the glitter, you can mix and match. So I have a silver pearl, a golden silver. I have a Irish spring. Looks like this. I have something called, and the Irish spring is an embossing powder. The gold silver is a glitter, and the silver pearl is an embossing powder. And this one is Ebony Spark, and this is an embossing powder. And then I have an Oriental Fire, which is also embossing powder. And I bought a lot of embossing powder because I don't have a lot of colors in embossing powder, but I have lots more colors of glitter. And I like to use embossing powder as well. So this is called Firecracker Red, and it is an embossing powder. And I also got a navy, but the navy is actually a glitter. So, and then I have the black ice glitter. And I'm going to be doing a video using this because she showed at the booth, they showed a technique with using your rubber stamps and this glitter, and what could happen if when you rubber stamp you don't get a clear image, what you can do with the glitter. So stay tuned for that. And then I do have some more of the little small embossing powders, and this one is a chocolate sparkle, and it looks like this. And then I have an orange crush glitter. Now when you look at that, it looks kind of like a peachy color, but actually when you put this down, you're going to be surprised what color this comes out. So when I do a video using this, I'll point that out. And of course, I could not leave out of there without getting, you know what? So I have this one, it's called Purple Fantasy, and this is an embossing powder. And that's it for my little small one. So the other thing that I purchased is they have something that is called Sparkle and Spray, I believe. That might be wrong, but what this is this is a glitter mixed with flocking powder. So it's labeled SS. But this color is Cherry Sparkle. And I saw a demo using this, and I really liked the way that came out. So I got that color, and I got this swanky gray. And then I got a Twinkling Clouds. And this is all flocking powder mixed with glitter. And then, of course, I got the Petal Saw. So it's white flocking powder and purple glitter. Then the other thing that I purchased is, this is called Mud Puddles. And what this is you, a while back, I don't know if anybody remembers, but there used to be something called Texture Magic. And what it was like a paste, and you could take it and put it on your, I'm trying to think of what they're called, stencils, and spread it out and make it smooth, and then you could blow dry it or let it air dry, and it would kind of have like a textured look to it. Well, this is what it is similar to, but it's called Mud Puddles. And the name of the color that I got is called Bahama Beach. This, I really like this when she did the technique, so stay tuned for that. I'll be demonstrating that. And then I went and picked up the Snow Mud Puddle. And the reason why I picked up the snow, that's because I can go ahead and take this and spread it out and then put glitter on top and make it whatever color I want. So, and because I bought all of this, I got a free brush to use the glue to adhere the glitter. So, and this glue, when you use this pen and you put it on your stamp, your glitter will be flat. So, and then I picked up the dimensional one because when you spread this out, it raises up your glitter and gives it a dimensional look. So with that, stay tuned for videos on how to use that. As I said, I'm going to be doing some new and different things this year than just using the Cricut, because I have to start using up some of my stuff. So now, let's see how far we are in. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to come back for part 2.